Welcome to my channel. This is a space where we explore spirituality, emotions, consciousness, motherhood, healing, and the deeper side of the human experience together. I am not here to pretend I have life all figured out. I just want to have real conversations, share thoughts, ask questions, and connect with people who feel and think deeply too. If that sounds like your kind of space, then I'm glad you're here. I want to talk about the things that being a mother has taught me about spirituality. First, it taught me that presence matters more than productivity. Like sometimes doing the dishes and the laundry can wait because my kids need my undivided attention. And I try really hard to be present with them and not just anxious to get them to go to sleep in order to do the dishes. Parenting also taught me patience. Some of the most meaningful moments in life are the quiet ones, like watching your child notice a bug on the sidewalk or hearing the birds in the morning and sitting in silence after a long, overwhelming day. Nature doesn't rush. The seasons don't rush. Trees lose their leaves when it's time to go. Flowers bloom when it's time to bloom. Everything has a rhythm. But we live in a world that constantly pulls us away from ourselves. We're always scrolling, consuming, distracted. Everything's loud. And we wonder why so many people feel anxious, disconnected, depressed, overwhelmed. Being a mother has taught me so much because children are born naturally curious, emotional, energetic, and imaginative. And they're so often told to sit still, stay quiet, listen up, fit in the system. So maybe the problem isn't that humans are broken. Maybe we've just become so disconnected from the natural rhythm of being alive. There's a time for movement, there's a time for growth, a time for creating and harvesting. There's also a time for stillness, reflection, silence. Sometimes healing doesn't come from more noise. Sometimes it comes from finally being quiet enough to hear yourself again. Maybe that's why so many of us feel exhausted all the time. Not because we're weak, not because we're failing, but because we've been so disconnected from ourselves for so long that silence almost feels uncomfortable now. When was the last time you sat outside without your phone? When was the last time you created something just because it made you feel alive? When was the last time that you let yourself slow down without feeling guilty? I think a lot of us are craving that connection again, to nature, to ourselves, to each other. And maybe healing starts in smaller moments than we think. Children come into this world still connected to the spiritual side of life. They instinctively use movement to regulate themselves. They remind us of the things we've forgotten, how to be present, how to feel deeply, how to be curious, how to rest, how to find wonder in ordinary things. It makes me wonder just how much of our natural instinct to regulate, express, feel, and release gets suppressed as we grow older. Maybe that's why being a parent changes people so deeply, because somewhere along the way, your children end up teaching you too, teaching you how to slow down, how to notice things again, how to reconnect with yourself. And honestly, I think a lot of us are craving that right now. What helps you slow down and reconnect with yourself in a world that rarely stops moving?